Dr. Jennifer Jones-Bryant's passion is to help mid-level corporate women find and grow their inner strength to accelerate to the next level in their careers. She focuses on the key messages of reaching within yourself, making a difference, and being true to your core values and beliefs. She's an executive founder of Reaching Within, an empowerment journey LLC, best-selling international author, award-winning certified life coach, leadership coach and mentor, career strategist, mentor, diversity, inclusion and belonging practitioner, adjunct, instructor, and global speaker.
Awesome. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are super excited to have you guys here with us tonight. You have heard it. We have with us our guest speaker, Dr. Jennifer. I am so excited, guys. I can't wait for you to hear from her because I know that she is going to give the gems tonight. We're talking resilience. If you've been here with us on our first episode, then you would have heard a little bit about it from our previous guest speaker, Latoya Jean. But tonight is all about Jennifer. So let's get ready to go ahead and invite her to come on so that you can hear her story. Welcome, Dr. Jennifer. How are you?
I am amazing. I am so happy to be here with you tonight. We made it happen.
Yes, we did. We talk about resilience. We were resilient.
Yes, we were.
Definitely. So tonight we're talking resilience, and I have to ask this question before we get into it. What is your definition of resilience?
The ability to push your way through current situations, setbacks, and still be able to stand within your truth and bounce back.
That's right. That's right. Wow. I love that. I love that. I love that. So, in your field, because we know that you are a certified leadership coach, right? And that's what you do. Tell us a little bit more about what that entails and how you would have had to be resilient as you pursued this career.
Absolutely. I'm affectionately known as the fire igniter leadership coach. I give voice and power to mid-level corporate women so they can accelerate in their career. And I do that through leadership coaching, mentorship, as well as sitting down with them, looking at their resume, updating their resume, providing interviewing services, as well as mock interviews and goal setting.
Wow, I love that. There's something about goal setting that really gets me excited because it's really important that we set those goals. Like, I think that some persons don't understand the importance of setting goals. And I want you to tell us a little bit more about that and how you would have encountered, dealing with those persons and helping them to set not just any goal, but set specific goals, that will get them the end result that they're pursuing.
So where I focus my clients is developing what they call SMART goals, which you've probably heard many times: specific, measurable, action oriented, results driven, and time bound. And with that focus in mind, I help my clients break down those steps, but not only just break them down into bite-sized pieces, but also making sure that they're also looking at their budgets and other interdependencies, like who else needs to be involved, whether it's your network, whether it's stakeholders. I go a little bit further to map out an action plan as well as serve as their accountability partner. So it's okay to set goals, but if you don't have anyone checking in on you to see how you're doing, it's so easy to get off track. The other piece too is that my accountability style may look different from someone else's. My accountability focuses on how you're doing for that week. So I check in on people to see how they're doing. And I say, let's celebrate your progress, no matter how big or how small. And I usually ask my clients to set up a celebration jar, a winning jar, something, and put little post-it notes on it. Like I did, I walked, 2 miles today. My goal was to walk, you know, 4 times a week, and you may have walked only 3 times a week, but we're going to celebrate that as well. And to continue encouraging and motivating and inspiring them to not give up, because each step you make is progress. And that's the piece I want folks to focus on, the progress and consistency.
That's right. That's right. I love it when you said, celebrate that progress, because is that's so important. Many times we don't do that because we are already feeling like a failure because we didn't
Yeah.
reach the goal. But what we didn't recognize that we didn't reach the goal, but we surpassed where we were at nothing, and know we would have been able to accomplish something, even though it was not the thing that we were aiming for. But it's still a great, it's still a great encouragement because it tells us we can get it done. So
You
I
can get it done. Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
love that. I love that. So tell us about a time, where you would have had to be extremely resilient, and there were so many odds that were stacked against you, and this is where you had to then tap into that place of true resilience.
There are so many. There are so many. But the piece that I want to focus on tonight, I've shared this story every platform. I make sure that I share this story. When I was 17, my mom, who was mentally ill, threw bullets against my locked door and threatened to kill me. And I didn't know which way to turn. And it took my family, it took network of friends to help me push through, because here I was in my senior year of high school, unsure what to do. People weren't talking about mental illness during that time. And I'm trying to figure out, how can I care for her while going to school? I made it through. I definitely made it through, and I was able to care for her too. But those were the hardest times of my life. And my only brother was incarcerated at the time. And then you may have asked, where was your dad? My dad passed away when I was 5. So there were a lot of odds against me. And as I navigated life, at the same time trying to navigate my career, there were so many zigzags and so many detours that I needed to take to get to my end state goal. And you can live this life where you're winning and we are also fighting for our lives at the same time. Both worlds can exist. What keeps you going and what keeps you getting to that end state goal is not giving up and remaining consistent and focused and leaning into your network to get things done. And so, like I said, there were so many points throughout my life. I'll be 54 in June, that I can share where I've had to bounce back and keep pushing through domestic abuse, two-time domestic abuse survivor, as well as a sexual assault survivor. I dealt with my own bout of depression, but I pushed on. I pushed on with the focus of the end state in mind.
Wow. That's impressive. Let me just pause for a second. You said that your mom threw bullets to your door. I mean, wow, that must have been very scary for you to have to encounter. How old were you at that time when that happened?
I was 17 and shook me to my core.
Wow.
Senior in high school shook me to my core. I didn't
Wow.
know what to do. I had no compass for life. I didn't know what to do.
Mm,
And I wanted to still care for her, so I remained in that same apartment dwelling, that same apartment building,
yeah.
and went to someone's house, who I saw as a father figure, who later sexually assaulted me. So
Wow.
I had to quickly leave that house to go live with a relative, and that shaped me and changed me. it was just hard to navigate. And then with mental illness not being discussed, I had to hide that secret, right? I had to hide it. And so what I did was I actually turned to my books, right? I actually turned to my academics. Oh, I excelled. I excelled because that was my go-to. That was safe for me to
Yeah.
bury myself into reading. And I think even to this day, that's why I'm surrounded by so many books. Because it provided an escape for me. And so that was really, really tough times. And that's why I stand here today to help others to say you can make it, you can do it.
Yes.
When the world seems like it's against you,
Hmm.
and believe God is with you,
That's
and
right.
you will make it to that other side. You got to get the right people in your network to support you. Those who are negative, you got to release them because
Yeah.
they're blocking the positivity that needs to come in your life to propel you to move forward.
Yeah. Wow. That is powerful. And you shared that just now. And one of the things that I took away from that was that at such a young age, 17, and having to encounter that, nobody taught you how to be resilient. It came like second nature. You knew, okay, this is what she's dealing with. I understand this is not the real person here because it's an illness that she has.
Correct.
And you went into this mode where you were, became protective of her. I wanted to shield her and ran over there, not knowing that you would have encountered what you did, having gone there thinking that you would have found refuge there, but that didn't stop you. You continue to press on, and now look at you doing amazing things. I mean, like, come on, this is an amazing thing. And I think most times we think that resilience has to be taught. It doesn't have to be taught, because the one time that you really know when you're strong is when you go under.
Now, look, that is the
Mm,
truth. And I would also say this
yep.
is that I actually watched my mom be resilient. Like
Wow.
if I when I think about it, and I shared that my dad had passed away when I was 5. He died of a terrible construction accident.
Wow.
And so my mom with a 5th grade education had to raise myself and my brother,
Yeah.
and that struggle was real. And so to watch her navigate while
Mm-mm.
not being academically educated, right? But she was
Yeah.
street smart and she had high emotional intelligence. It wasn't until I was in my late teen or early
Wow.
teens, however you want to call it, that I started noticing the behavior difference. So I witnessed that unconditional love. The other piece that I
Mhm.
witnessed was um, like I said, resiliency, but I built unconditional love for her. And so when people say they have unconditional love for you, there are conditions tied to it.
That's
And
right.
so for me, that was my first lesson in resiliency as well as unconditional love.
Wow. Wow, I love it. And I love that you're so open with your story, because trust me, someone out there is listening right now and you're encouraging them to tell their story. Because many times, like you said, back then, it was something that many persons were ashamed of. So they never spoke about mental health. But now we're getting a bit better. We're warming up. We're not quite there, but we're a lot
We're
better
not.
than yeah, we're a lot better than where we were, where we're now starting to encourage the conversation. And I love that you are one of those encouragers to let's talk about it, because that's the only way you're going to overcome it. And that's simply amazing. So we know that, and I would have shared with them, you would have, those persons who would have joined us from the beginning in our introduction, you would have seen Dr. Jennifer's beautiful face on that cover. She is one of our cover girls for the upcoming magazine, and it's called Bold and Fearless. I Am Woman, Bold and Fearless. Is launching on the 14th of May. That's on Mother's Day. And we are so excited because we can't wait for you guys to get a copy of this. It's going to be really, really amazing. There's so many phenomenal stories in there to share of these women of resilience that we are celebrating. So I have to ask you this question, Dr. Jennifer, before we go on a short break. We're going to break shortly for an ad, but I have to ask you this. What made you sign up for that, for the magazine?
Oh my goodness. And you know what's interesting about this is that typically when I get inbox messages all the time, I get contacted all the time, and I ignore a lot of them. And it was something about the timing was perfect. Mother's Day, resiliency, and I had an opportunity to share my story one more time or again to help other people. So it was just perfect timing.
Wow. Wow. So, guys, we are going to break here just quickly because we have a very, very great ad to play for you. And then we'll be right back. So, don't you move.
Talk about winning in the marketplace and business. You'd be surprised of so many people who have businesses, who have visions and goals, but they're afraid or they don't have the right information to take their business to the next level. Well, I'm excited that this right here is going to be what you need to get the right information so that your business can continue to grow and to increase.
That's right. If you watch that ad, then you know we're talking business. So if you're here in Barbados, we are having a phenomenal ladies breakfast. It's happening on the 29th of May, and the information is on the flyer. You're going to come out. We're having it at the NUPW. That's the National Union Public Workers Union, and we're having that on the 29th of May. It's going to start at 9 a.m. and we're finishing it up at 11 a.m. Now, let me tell you, it's going to be powerful because we're going to have speakers who are going to be sharing with us about, kingdom financing, because it's built, your business must be built on prayer. If you've been watching us in long enough, God is the center of everything that we do here at Queen's Mindset. And we're talking about that. The founder of this vision, the visionary behind this, is Natalie Murray. She is the visionary from Nat's Prayer Cafe, and she's doing amazing things. If you have not caught her on the prayer pop-up, that you need to be a part of that, because she's been going around to businesses and just praying for individuals, and it has been a phenomenal experience. We want you to come out. The donation is only 40 Barbados dollars, and that gets you in the room. But let me tell you, when you leave that place, your business will never be the same again. All right, so Dr. Jennifer, we're talking resilience, all right? And we just shared just a few moments ago of how resilient you would have had to be. What would be your words of encouragement to that woman right now that is watching us, and she doesn't know that she has the ability to be resilient in her current situation that she is encountering right now? What would be your encouragement to her right now? What would you tell her as she doesn't think that she can overcome?
What I will tell her is that she has the strength to make it. She has so much value to add to the world, and that moment is in the meantime. It's in the interim. It is not permanent. Do not make a permanent decision in a temporary situation. Look around you and see all the queens, all the women who have gone before you, who have made it. If they can make it, you can make it too. I made it, you can make it too. Even if you have to journal what you're feeling, do it. But keep telling yourself, encourage yourself that you will make it to that next. Take it by seconds, by minute, by the hour, and by the day. You will make it to the other side greater than before.
I love that. You will make it to the other side Oh, that's powerful. That's powerful. So we have a few persons who are on with us right now. And I want to go ahead and give them an opportunity just to shout them out. So far we can see right here that we have, let's check our comment section. We have Natalie Murray. She's on the live here with us today. We have Fine Espresso as well. She's here with us. And those of you who might not have commented as yet, go ahead and show us some love in the comments. Let me know that you're watching us and you are really enjoying our discussion here on a resilient woman and that definition of a resilient woman. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Natalie is saying thank you so much. She's thanking you. She's saying her story is powerful. She is feeling encouraged by your story. That's amazing. So
Thank you,
we're
Natalie.
yes, yes. So we are still working through. So let's talk a little bit more now about your career. So you shared a bit before about how you would do your goal setting and stuff like, what got you into becoming a certified leadership coach? Because that's not most persons don't go there unless they're in corporate, right? So what got you into that space?
And that's interesting you say that because I do work during the day as an executive, corporate executive. And I also have my own business, Reaching Within an Empowerment Journey. And I got into leadership for the same reason that I spoke about earlier. Just like I had my challenges in my personal life, I had them in my professional life because there were pieces of me going through my personal situations that I wasn't professionally mature,
Mm,
right? So the hurt, that's why we got to deal with
yeah.
that hurt that I was dealing with from the abandonment, not only from my biological dad's death, but also from my mom with her mental illness. It
Yeah.
was coming out in other ways, and it was showing up through what I want to call it passive aggressiveness. It was showing up just easily irritated, just different things, the way that it was showing up. And then I had to get some mentors in my life to help me
Mm,
along the way to teach me how I should be showing up. And I had allies, people who did not look like me, who took me under their wings and they
wonderful.
helped push me. And so while I had my mom's situation I was dealing with, I was going to school at night. I was very focused on my goals. I wanted
Mhm.
to get to that next level. And if this offers any words of encouragement, I always tell this story too. And I have this quote: you are interviewing every day. Whether you realize it or not, you are.
Yeah.
And so I got my federal government job riding on a subway. I was talking to a lady. We were just having a simple conversation. I was getting ready to get off. She asked me
Mhm.
where was I going, and I said I'm going to a job fair. And I asked her her name. She told me, and she said she worked in the personnel office and that I
Wow.
was hired. That I was hired.
Wow.
So I always encourage people to say, show up authentically, you.
Mhm.
You never know who's watching. So through my ups and downs and my zigzags in my personal and professional life and having that strong network, I was able to rise to the occasion to go from clerk typist to an associate director in my 20s and retired in the federal government before the age of 50 at an executive level. And it took a huge support. It took being vulnerable. It took being transparent. People can't help you if you don't yell out for help, right? Or call out for help. We let our egos and arrogance get in the way. So because of me having to care for my mom, I felt like I had to do it all. So I didn't know when to let go and open up and let people help me to get to the next. And it didn't come out until I got like 360 feedback, right? You know how you get those surveys done and people anonymously give you feedback.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's when I learned, like,
Yeah.
oh, is that how I'm showing up? And so going back to your question, because of my proven um trials and tribulations and me being able to make it through, I developed techniques, leadership techniques, strategies, programs to help others so they won't have to go through what I went through. Or if they're in that situation, I can teach them and coach them and mentor them how to navigate to get to the other side.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really amazing. And I've really, encouraged you about your story when you shared about meeting that lady, while you were on the way to the job fair. Can you imagine that? And sometimes it just has to do with obedience. You were obedient. You felt the move. Let's go. Imagine if you didn't get on that day, if you didn't move or you didn't prepare yourself to go to that job fair, because I know sometimes when we're looking for that new job or something, this can be so overwhelming. So wow, it's just amazing, how it works. So Dr. Jennifer, we're coming close to the end, but I have to ask, especially because of your line of work, why do you think that some women are not pursuing, their purpose or their vision, and why they're not going after the thing that they have been created to do?
Part of it is, I think, imposter syndrome. Part of it, I think, is imposter syndrome. I deal with it sometimes, and I have to tell myself, well, I know this stuff. I know this information. I'm an expert in this. Only you can show up as you and bring your uniqueness to solving the problems. You have the information inside of you. You have the skill sets inside of you to be able to solve that problem, not only for yourself, but for customers, for clients, and for that business. Believe in yourself. I challenge you today to write out all of your skill sets. Write out what problem can you solve for someone. Write those out and you will see that you have the value. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't say to yourself, oh, I can't do this because that person is doing better. Please, please remain focused, laser focused on what you can bring to the job market or the marketplace. Pray to God about your next steps. Ask Him to order your steps. Write out where you're trying to go and break it down with goals, bite-sized goals. And I am your person to help you to get to your next. I've helped many, many clients. And when I was in the federal government, I coached thousands of people.
Wow. 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 Listen, Natalie has the comment section going crazy.
You're talking to me.
Just like, come on. Yes, you are talking to me. Oh, yes. So she is definitely taking away your words today. Is very impactful for her and the others too as well who are on. So wow, that's amazing. I love that advice. Great, great, great advice. So we're going to take one more break just for one more ad, and then we're going to be right back. So don't move. Don't you move. We'll be right back with you.
Queen's Mindset under Battered, Bruised, Not Broken presents the annual Ladies Buffet Brunch. June 24th, we head on over to the Hilton Resort from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for this grand occasion. It's an event designed to empower women from all walks of life. Early bird tickets, $175. Regular tickets, $200. And once you're a member, your tickets go at $175. Dress code is pajama wear. Your speakers include Vicky Otorina, Marcia Hennis, Nicole Kenwood-Brown, and Natalie Murray. All hosted by Kimisha King.
That's right. You don't want to miss this. If you've been there for another ladies buffet brunch last year, our Gatsby affair, that it's going to be amazing and phenomenal. So many surprises are there for you. This year is going to be even better, as we're really going to be addressing those wounds that you're carrying. We're really going to be dealing with some really introspective stuff, getting that healing that you need. We have a phenomenal lineup. You've heard their names. You don't want to miss it. Be in the room. Tickets are only $200, or you can, if you are a member, you can go ahead, get yours at the member rate at $175, and we can't wait to welcome you in your pajama wear. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have so much fun there. You don't want to miss this, and the food, it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you. So, Dr. Jennifer, oh my goodness, we are coming close to the end. Like I mentioned that, You know, we say that all the time. You say we're coming close to the end, but then we're never going, right?
Yeah, you're doing that preacher closing. You're doing the preacher closing.
Yeah, the boss is like, I'll be out there here in 15 minutes, and then it's 50 minutes and we're still there.
Exactly.
But we're coming close to the end, and we're getting ready to wrap up. But I want you to share with them before you go, any lasting words, any words of encouragement. Maybe it might have been something that I didn't get to ask you, but you feel it resting on your heart and you really want to share with them. I want you to go ahead in our last few moments and just share from your heart.
Okay, no problem. Be bold, be fearless, be courageous. Step in your power, step in your greatness, reach within and propel forward. There are others out there who are waiting on you.
That's it. Amazing. Guys, be bold, and be fearless, because you already are carrying the power. Thank you so much.
You are so
Dr.
welcome.
Jennifer.
Yeah, they need to get out there and disrupt the status quo. Be disruptive. Be a positive disruptor.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. So before we go, guys, we have one last ad for you, and then we're going to wrap up and head out of here. We've had an amazing time here tonight with Dr. Jennifer. She shared on a woman of resilience. You get an opportunity to come right back if you want and replay this video, because sometimes in a moment, sometimes you don't get it all. But when you re-listen to this and you press replay, you'll find that, she said that, I missed that. And you can note that down and apply that too as well. So thank you so much, Dr. Jennifer. It's amazing. And I can't wait for our launch on May 14th, and they will get to see and hear a little bit more about you and what you do. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
You are so welcome. This has truly been a blessing. And this will serve as a force multiplier, because you may not meet every person who listens to this, but it is making an impact. So that's do right. Know that.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Okay, guys, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to glow! Introducing the Glow Rewards Loyalty Card. With your free Glow Rewards Loyalty Card, you'll get access to discounts on leading beauty brands like Cetaphil, BioBalance, Palmer's, Cream of Nature, Cantu, and Tree Hut. You also get free delivery right to your door. Sign up today. For more details, visit us on Instagram at Brighton Stokes Glow Rewards or call 467-2222. The glow up is real. Sign up today for your Glow Rewards Loyalty Card and get ready to glow.
That's right. Get ready to glow. So if you've signed up for the upcoming Ladies Buffet brunch that's happening on the 24th of June at the Hilton Barbados Resort, you get an opportunity automatically to gain your loyalty rewards with Brighton Stokes. If you're here in Barbados, that gives you an opportunity that whenever you shop with them, you get major discounts. And it's all because they have partnered with us, and we're so happy to have them on board. And we want to give back to you, wonderful women out there. So grab your tickets and get ready. You don't even have to wait until you get to the actual brunch. You can sign up today and get that access immediately. I mean, it's crazy. So we can't wait to have you in the room. So continue, guys, to look out for us. We'll be back later this week with another episode. We're coming back on Saturday. You're going to get to hear from another phenomenal lady. She's going to share her story with you, and we can't wait to hear all about it. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, and do have an amazing evening.